and pick up the students that we know where they are.
Another option, schools could reimburse the mileage to help get kids to school, or they could coordinate with neighboring districts to help get students closer to the community where they can then get a ride to school.
Tropical Storm Barry is expected to make landfall early tomorrow in Louisiana as the first Atlantic hurricane of the season. You can see here on this live camera tonight, heavy rain and winds are ripping through the area ahead of the storm. It's even shaking. Officials worry that heavy rain and surge waters may be too much for the levees that protect New Orleans to handle. The water is expected to come to just 1 foot below the top of the levee holding back the Mississippi River. CBS News correspondent Hillary Lane is in New Orleans with more tonight.
Along the Gulf Coast, people are bracing for the big storm.
Car is gassed, everything is on safe ground, and this is just like the walk and stretch before the storm.
Tropical Storm Barry is expected to be a hurricane by the time it makes landfall Saturday. The National Weather Service warns of dangerous storm surge, heavy rains, and wind conditions forecast across the north-central Gulf Coast. New Orleans officials are urging residents to stay home and are telling tourists to seek shelter in their hotels.
Tropical Storm Barry is a dangerous and life-threatening storm. You do not have much more time at all before the impacts of Barry will be here.
The city of New Orleans is calling for a voluntary evacuation for areas that aren't protected by levees. Storm surge is already flooding Grand Isle as Barry heads for the Louisiana coast.
We're on the front line. As the crow, this is the storm coming. We're the first barrier island to protect New Orleans.
All floodgates in the hurricane protection system on the Mississippi River and Lake Pontchartrain have been closed.
We know from past experience you can't wait until you're underwater to start calling for help.
The Mississippi River is already much higher than usual for this time of year due to earlier flooding. That, combined with the chance of more than 2 feet of rain and a surge of seawater, is why officials see this storm as a triple threat. Hillary Lane, CBS News, New Orleans.
As fears increased over Tropical Storm Barry's impact, gas prices in the Miami Valley hit $3 a gallon earlier this week. We've not seen prices this high in more than 5 years. The average price in Dayton today is $2.96, but some stations in places like Centerville, Beaver Creek, and Springfield are at $2.79. Prices in Montgomery, Greene, and Miami counties are up more than 40 cents from last month.
McCall Vrydaghs, the latest track right now on this tropical storm.
Yeah, we just got the latest update from the National Hurricane Center at 11 p.m. Still considered a tropical storm with winds sustained at 65 miles per hour, and this storm is a slow-moving storm. And because of how slow it's moving, that's why the flooding threat is on the rise, especially for southern, central parts of Louisiana out to southeastern parts of the state there. We're going to watch this storm moving to the east, or should I say the northwest, until early tomorrow morning. Is expected to become a Category 1 hurricane right before it makes landfall near Morgan City with winds of 75 miles per hour. So that's a low-end Category 1. Category 1 strength is at 74 miles per hour. So we're just above tropical storm force strength. We're going to see an inundation of water, storm surge threat, places anywhere between 3 to 6 feet above ground level, especially from areas around Morgan City to the southeastern part of the state. The storm will move northward into the Tennessee Valley and then eventually make a right-hand turn moving towards the Miami Valley as we head towards the middle of next week. And that's when we're going to see the greatest impacts from this storm. We'll see the outer bands of the system actually creating the chances for some storms for our region as we head into the weekend. It's not going to be overly wet, but I'll show you when we'll see those storms moving in. Live Doppler 7 radar, we're quiet for you tonight. You can see clear skies out there. Temperatures are falling. We're at 68 degrees already in the city of Dayton, 67 in Troy, 68 is your current temperature in Greenville. Eventually, we dip to a low of 62 degrees by early tomorrow morning. It will be comfortably cool as humidity stays low through the night. But then the humidity starts to build tomorrow and temperatures rise with it. 87 degrees is our forecasted high. And from 1 o'clock through 6 o'clock, we're in those mid to upper 80s, feeling like 90 degrees. So if you're headed to the Dayton Strong Benefit concert tomorrow, make sure you have reasons to keep yourself cool, such as drinking some water, finding a shady spot, because it is going to be a little bit hot tomorrow. Plus, we're going to be looking at a very high UV index. So whether you're going to the concert, the benefit concert, or perhaps country concert tomorrow, put the sunblock on. Also, we have an air quality alert for many counties throughout the Miami Valley, including Montgomery County, where the benefit concert is at. So if you have respiratory issues, just take it easy tomorrow. If you have trouble breathing, move inside, get somewhere where it's a little bit cooler. Country concert forecast for Sunday, 8 a.m. we're at 74 degrees. We warm into those lower to middle 80s. And for the afternoon, there will be a chance for a few pop-up thunderstorms. This is the first little outer band of that tropical system we'll look at. 8:30 in the morning Sunday, you see we're quiet. By 1 o'clock, some pop-up thunderstorms, especially across our southern cities and towns, Dayton, Springboro, Oxford, Wilmington. Those chances for storms will be with us through about sunset. So let me show this storm system as a whole and how it will continue to impact us into early next week. Storm comes on shore tomorrow afternoon. We'll watch the outer bands as I just showed you closer. Pop-up storms on Sunday, there's 5 o'clock. Monday, similar forecast, partly cloudy with perhaps a few more storms there for the afternoon. Later Tuesday, we'll see rain moving in with a few storms and then a better chance for that wet weather on Wednesday as the remnants of Barry moves through the region. Temperatures will stay hot and humid all the way through Wednesday. We're in the upper 80s with the chances for those storms increasing as we get towards Tuesday and Wednesday, and perhaps a few storms left over, still warm and humid on Thursday.
Well, the animal shelter with a troubled past has been busy making some changes.
Now look at what the shelter has been up to the last few months.